Chinese history is a mysterious and ancient tale that spans over 5,000 years, beginning from the mythical era of Pangu. If we count from the recorded historical era, which is the Xia dynasty, Chinese history has lasted for over 4,200 years. Let us briefly outline the detailed historical timeline starting from the Xia dynasty. Xia dynasty. The Xia dynasty existed from 2029 BC to 1559 BC and is considered the first slave society dynasty according to historical records. Though details about this period are limited, there are accounts of Yu the Great successfully controlling the floodwaters, thus establishing the Xia family's central position in the cultural region of the Central Plains. After Yu's death, his son inherited the throne and established the first slave dynasty known as the Xia dynasty. Shang dynasty. Shang dynasty was one of the vassal states during the Xia dynasty. Its leader, Tang of Shang, overthrew the Xia dynasty and established the Shang dynasty in present-day Hunan city of Shangqiu. The Shang dynasty lasted from 1559 BC to 1046 BC and continued the system of slavery as the second slave society dynasty in China. Zhou dynasty. The Zhou dynasty was founded by King Wu of Zhou after he defeated the last king of the Shang dynasty, King Zhou. It is considered the third slave society dynasty in China and spanned from 1046 BC to 256 BC. The Zhou dynasty can be further divided into Western Zhou and Eastern Zhou. The Western Zhou, established by King Wu of Zhou, eventually moved its capital from Haojing to Luoyi and became known as the Eastern Zhou. The Eastern Zhou period can be further categorized into the Spring and Autumn period, 770 BC to 476 BC, and the Warring States period, 475 BC to 221 BC, both collectively known as the Spring and Autumn Warring States period. This era is the subject of considerable debates among historians. Qin dynasty. The Qin dynasty, which lasted from 221 BC to 206 BC, was the first feudal dynasty in Chinese history. It was founded by Emperor Qin Shi Huang after he successfully unified the 6 warring states. The Qin dynasty implemented significant reforms in politics, economy, and culture, such as standardizing weights and measures and establishing a centralized bureaucratic system. However, due to the despotic rule of Emperor Qin Shi Huang and subsequent rebellions, the Qin dynasty collapsed shortly after its unification. Han dynasty. The Han dynasty, established by Liu Bang, a peasant from the Chu state, emerged as one of the most influential and long-lasting feudal dynasties in Chinese history. Liu Bang, although not the most powerful figure initially, that distinction belonged to Xiongnu, defeated Xiongnu with the assistance of Han Xian, Zhang Liang, and Xiao He. The Han dynasty spanned from 202 BC to AD 220, with its height of power and prosperity during the reign of Emperor Wu of Han. During the late Western Han period, Wang Mang usurped the throne and established the short-lived Xian dynasty from AD 8 to AD 23. This was followed by the Eastern Han, founded by Emperor Guangwu, which lasted from AD 25 to AD 220. The late Eastern Han witnessed a turbulent period with peasant uprisings and the emergence of warlords, leading to the tripartite division known as the Three Kingdoms period from AD 220 to AD 280. Jin dynasty. The Jin dynasty put an end to the era of the Three Kingdoms and briefly restored unity to China. However, it was short-lived as Sima Rui seized power from the Jin dynasty, establishing the Eastern Jin dynasty from AD 317 to AD 420. The Eastern Jin dynasty was marked by internal strife and continuous incursions by northern ethnic groups. Following the Eastern Jin dynasty, China entered a period known as the 16 Kingdoms, AD 304 to AD 439, characterized by various northern ethnic minority regimes. This era also experienced the division between southern and northern dynasties from AD 420 to AD 589. These periods were marked by political fragmentation and social instability, often overlooked due to their chaotic nature. Sui dynasty. The Sui dynasty, lasting from AD 581 to AD 618, was established by Emperor Wen of Sui and ended the division of the northern and southern dynasties. The Sui dynasty reunified China under centralized rule with its capital at Chang'an. The Sui dynasty implemented significant reforms, such as administrative and legal system improvements, the construction of the Grand Canal, and military campaigns to expand territory. However, the Sui dynasty faced economic and social challenges, contributing to its relatively short existence. Tang dynasty. the Tang dynasty, founded by Li Yuan, lasted from AD 618 to AD 907 and is considered one of China's most prosperous and culturally rich dynasties. Li Yuan, also known as Emperor Gaozu of Tang, established a strong central government and implemented various reforms during the early years of the dynasty. The Tang dynasty witnessed great advancements in fields such as agriculture, trade, art, literature, and science. It was known for its cosmopolitan culture and influence, with the capital city of Chang'an becoming one of the world's most populous and prosperous cities at the time. However, internal strife, economic difficulties, and military setbacks started to weaken the dynasty in its later years, leading to its eventual downfall. 5 Dynasties and 10 Kingdoms period. Following the collapse of the Tang dynasty, China entered a period of political fragmentation known as the 5 Dynasties and 10 Kingdoms period, AD 907 to AD 960. During this era, 5 short-lived dynasties ruled different regions in the north, while 10 separate kingdoms emerged in the south, each vying for control over territory. This period was marked by constant warfare and shifting alliances, resulting in political instability and social upheaval. Song dynasty. The Song dynasty, which lasted from AD 960 to AD 1279, is divided into 2 main periods, the Northern Song, AD 960–1127, and the Southern Song, AD 1127 to 1279. The Song dynasty is renowned for its cultural achievements, including advancements in technology, art, literature, and philosophy. The period witnessed significant developments in agricultural techniques, commerce, and urbanization, contributing to a flourishing economy. However, the Song dynasty faced persistent threats from neighboring states, particularly the Jin dynasty in the north and later the Mongol-led Yuan dynasty, which eventually led to its demise. Yuan dynasty. The Yuan dynasty, established by Kublai Khan in AD 1271, marked the first time that China was ruled by non-Han Chinese people. As part of the Mongol Empire, the Yuan dynasty incorporated a vast territory, including not only China but also other regions in Asia. The Yuan dynasty brought changes to China's political and social structure, adopting Mongol customs and establishing a hierarchical ruling system. Despite initial stability and achievements in trade and cultural exchange, the Yuan dynasty faced significant challenges, including internal conflicts and resistance from ethnic Han Chinese. Ultimately, the Yuan dynasty was overthrown by the Red Turban Rebellion, leading to the rise of the Ming dynasty. Ming dynasty. The Ming dynasty, founded by Zhu Yuanzhang in AD 1368, overthrew the Yuan dynasty and restored Han Chinese rule. The Ming dynasty is renowned for its early period of stability, economic prosperity, maritime exploration, and cultural development. It saw the construction of famous structures like the Forbidden City and the Great Wall. However, the later years of the Ming dynasty were marked by various problems such as corruption, internal power struggles, and external threats. In AD 1644, the Ming dynasty fell to the invading forces of the Manchu-led Qing dynasty. Qing dynasty. The Qing dynasty, ruled by the Manchus, lasted from AD 1644 to AD 1912, making it the last imperial dynasty in China. The Qing dynasty continued many of the political and cultural traditions of previous dynasties while expanding China's territory further into Central Asia. However, the Qing dynasty faced numerous challenges, including territorial disputes, rebellions, and the encroachment of Western powers during the late 19th century. The decline of the Qing dynasty paved the way for the establishment of the Republic of China in 1912, marking the end of imperial rule. In summary, Chinese history is a vast tapestry that weaves together the stories of various dynasties, their rise and fall, and the cultural, political, and social developments that shaped China's ancient civilization. Understanding this rich history allows us to appreciate the legacy, diversity, and resilience of the Chinese people.